Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina, and today we're doing November predictions for you. This may apply to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at Sinfulpluto.com, and if you want to find me on social media, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Sinfulpluto. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we have the Fool card, which actually came out for Cancers as well earlier. So, okay, all right. We have the World reverse, so history possibly repeating itself or falling back into a certain cycle, right? Old cycles repeating themselves. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is basically which refers to like letting go of control or letting something happen, going with the flow, and also entering a new cycle and like letting go of the old, if you will. Okay, we have the Five of Swords, which is just like mental conflict or maybe even petty drama, nitpicking, looking for a fight. It's like hope, like winning. What is the word? Winning just for the sake of winning. And then Death card, which is transformation, and then Page of Pentacles, and then under bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. So what this is showing me, Leo, is a lot of overthinking and a lot of anxiety. Maybe you're being hard on yourself, or maybe you're coming up with like a lot of irrational scenarios to keep you from making a certain decision or to keep you from making certain changes in your life. With this Fool card and with this World card reverse, what this kind of shows me is that some of you may have been trying to avoid ending a cycle in your life or ending a chapter in your life and kind of trying to be naive, trying to turn the other cheek, or maybe even naively believing that you can end a certain chapter in your life while holding on to certain baggage or without having learned a certain lesson. And what the universe is basically saying is that no, you can't really have the best of both worlds. You can't really have, you know, the old with the new. It's like you have to let go of whatever is no longer serving you in order to make space and to embrace whatever is coming into your life, whatever new stuff is coming into your life, if that kind of makes sense. And with this Wheel of Fortune reverse, this is basically showing me that you might need to let go of some sort of control, especially with this Five of Swords. It seems as though some of you are kind of having this internal battle of trying to win something, trying to have a certain outcome so that you can say that you won, or so that you can say that you're on top, or so that you can feel like you were powerful. With the Five of Swords, it's like power dynamics, power plays. Maybe someone, whether it's you or someone else, like trying to feel powerful, trying to feel in control of a situation because it provides them with a sense of gratification or a sense of like feeling powerful or feeling superior in some way, feeling like they're better than. And with that Five of Swords, it's like petty drama. It's looking for control, trying to win for the sake of winning. It's an empty victory. It's like some of you are trying to stay in a certain cycle or are really fixated on getting a certain outcome because it makes you feel good. It makes your ego feel good, should I say. It makes you feel like you're in control. It makes you feel like you are superior. It makes you feel like you won, right? Leos can be very competitive in nature. It's fixed fire. There is that sort of competitiveness, I think, with Leos and wanting to win, wanting to be on top, wanting to be the ruler of all things, if you will. Not ruler of all things, but wanting to be the winner, wanting to be maybe even not necessarily the center of attention in this case, but just wanting to win. And it seems like you're kind of in this battle with the universe of being like, well, I can have this and also have this. I can have the best of both worlds. And the universe is like, no, not necessarily. You can't really have the best of both worlds. It's kind of a losing battle trying to basically fight against the universe or trying to fight against certain changes that need to be made. Again, there is that sort of fixation of like, I want to do this, of I want to win, or I want to keep this person in my life, or I want to keep this habit in my life, or I can continue the way that I'm living and still be successful. I can keep these bad habits and still somehow be successful. I can do both. And the thing is that you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how the world works. So with this Wheel of Fortune, it seems that there is this sense of basically letting go of control or losing control, or losing any sort of semblance of control that you might have thought that you had. And the universe is basically making the changes for you, since you are not going to do it yourself, because there is that resistance or that basically really strong fixation or that stubbornness that you have of like, no, like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, I'm not budging. I'm not gonna move. And the universe is like, okay, watch you budge. I'm gonna make it happen. And so we have this Death card, which is like basically shedding your skin. You need to shed your skin. You need to let go of something. You need to shed something from your life, whether it's a bad habit, a false belief, a person, a situation, a job, a circumstance, whatever the case may be, a grudge for some of you, I don't know. Like, that needs to be shed away so that you can embrace this new part of your life, so that you can embrace this new chapter in your life. Again, you can't necessarily have the best of both worlds. And with this Page of Pentacles, this is kind of showing me that this is this shedding your skin is a really great opportunity for you to basically start from the bottom up. And I feel like some of you don't really want that, or you're kind of looking at that from a kind of pessimistic point of view of like, I don't want to start from the bottom up because then I'll just lose everything that I've built from here, that I've been building all this time. And it's, you know, basically what this is saying is like, just because you're rebuilding or because you're starting from the bottom up doesn't necessarily mean that you were losing out, or that you are missing out on something, or that you are losing on all the progress that you're making. It's just a new chapter in your life. It's just rebuilding. Rebuilding isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just that you were building something more stable, something more strong, with the knowledge, the wisdom, and the experience that you have accumulated over time. And it also kind of feels like it's just, for some of you, you might need to start on a new adventure or journey, if you will. You need to start somewhere new. And it kind of feels like some of you may have already been stuck here for a while, especially with that Fool card. Kind of feels like you have been stuck here for a while. Sorry, I got a text message. And it almost intimidates you to start thinking of how you are going to get yourself from the Page of Pentacles energy to like a Queen of Pentacles or a King of Pentacles energy. Like, how are you going to get on top? It's almost like it intimidates you. So there's that further procrastination. And it's like, you can either be this age and reach this goal at this age, or you can further procrastinate it and just make it worse for yourself and reach that goal at a later time, or maybe even just never doing it at all. What this kind of reminds me of is like this energy of someone who, let's say you're like 27 and you're like, damn, like I kind of want to go to college, or maybe I should go to college, and maybe this is something that you have been resisting for so long because you feel like, well, I don't want to do this because it's going to ruin my schedule, or it's going to be a completely different routine, or it's going to be a different habit. Like, I'm not used to it. I'm not this, I'm not that, blah, 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 blah. Making all of these excuses to like basically avoid going to school, right? And it's like, oh, well, I'm already 27. Like, I'm already an established adult. There's no point for me to go to school, yada, yada, yada. Like, I'll be getting my degree so late into my life. And the thing is like, you can go all of these years going to school and get your degree at what, like 30 or 32, 35, or you can skip out on school and have no degree at all, not have any more experience at all in a certain field, not have any sort of, what's the word? Like mastery over something. So you can either be 35 with a degree or 35 with no degree and still lost and still confused and still procrastinating. So what do you want at the end of the day? Like what is ultimately worth it? Basically, like you have to start somewhere, and it doesn't matter if you're starting late. It sincerely doesn't matter if you're starting late, but if you're starting, that's fine. You know, everyone has their journey. Everyone is starting their own shit at different times in their life. Just because you are late based off of societal standards, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't just do it at all, or that you should just give up. No, like if this is something that you have to do, then do it. Or if this is something that you want to do, then do it. There is no expiration date to things like this. There's no expiration date to going back to school or to joining school in general, whether it's college or to getting your PhD or getting a car or getting a certain job or learning something new or whatever the case may be. Like if there's something that you want to do or it's something that you know that you have to do but you have been procrastinating on, further procrastinating it isn't going to help you. It's not going to do anything for you. If anything, it's probably going to make you feel more lost, more stuck, and more just, I guess, clueless, if you will. So choice at the end of the day is yours. And it kind of feels like you may have been really racking your brain about this. And with the Seven of Swords, it kind of feels like you may have tried looking for an easy way out and kind of hoping that things kind of fall into your lap, you know, hoping for opportunities to fall into your lap. And the universe is like, no, that's not how it's going to work. You're going to have to take matters into your own hands. You're going to have to take accountability, hold yourself accountable, be responsible for yourself, you know, become an adult or whatever the case may be, and get the shit going. Like, you're going to have to start somewhere eventually. And it really depends on when you want to start, right? Like when do you want to do that? How long are you going to procrastinate on this and do what needs to be done? You know, are you going to be kind of like, what is the word? Are you going to like dig your heels into the floor because you don't want to do it, because you're throwing a tantrum because it's something that you don't want to do because it's not instantly gratifying? Like, you can find instant gratification anywhere else, but if there's something that you simply need to do, and that you know you need to do, or that you want to do, there's no way around it. It's not going to be handed to you. If there's a certain step that you have to take, you have to take it, right? And with the Page of Pentacles, it's like following instructions, following certain steps, and not just skipping through them, right? A big lesson, I think, for some of you is like, you have to take certain steps. There isn't always an easy way out to certain things. There are just some things that you have to do, right? Sometimes you just have to go to the DMV to get your license or to get something. Like, sometimes going to the DMV is simply inevitable, even though it's boring and everyone hates it. You have to do it eventually, right? So yeah, that's what I have for you, Leo. And I feel like it's a kind of a big wake-up call, is that if you want to make progress in your life in some way, if you're trying to get better, if you're trying to further establish yourself, you're gonna have to start somewhere. There is no easy way. There is no instantly gratifying way. There is no shortcut. So what are you gonna do about it now? Are you gonna continue running away from it and continue being resistant to that truth? Or are you going to put on your big boy, big girl pants and get some shit done? Like, your big person pants, are you gonna get some shit done, or are you gonna continue acting like a child, honestly? So yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope it helps, hope it resonates, and that being said, I will talk to you later. Bye.